All right, hello to all of my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Zola, a girl in recovery, and I know it's been a long time since I actually made one of these, so we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen, and I'm back. I really want to talk today about something that's been bothering me and that I really haven't been wanting to talk about because I'm afraid that I'm going to get some backlash for it. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, why do I care? None of these people are in my life anyway. None of them contribute anything to my life. Why am I so scared of backlash? I graduated from university. I have a Bachelor of Science degree with an emphasis in sociology and criminology. I graduated with honors and I posted on my hometown Facebook, the community Facebook page, basically saying, don't ever give up on people. This is what I've accomplished. I know the last time you guys saw me, I was a total train wreck, and just don't give up on people. Basically, I just wanted to give hope to people. So the post ended up getting like thousands of likes, and it was just very well received. I had really forgotten and not thought a lot about my hometown, so I was really shocked and just really happy to see how much support I had, because I just moved on. I had felt really abandoned before by my community, but I guess it was just because I had ostracized myself from them. So that being said, a few weeks went by and then I got a message from a reporter from the local newspaper, the Kodiak Daily Mirror, and she wanted to write a story about me. And I was like, sure, bring it. I showed her my YouTube video, my story. I'll post a link wherever, somewhere. Guys, you gotta excuse my movements. I'm in a lot of pain. Some of you have seen my spine, some of you have not, but I do struggle with chronic pain, and being in recovery, there's not really a whole lot I can do about it. That, and I'm extremely uncomfortable. I don't like really talking about my personal life, but I'm putting myself out there because I really feel there are a number of people that can relate, and I feel like it's the right thing to do. I believe that our secrets keep us sick, and I do believe in being fully transparent in my recovery and just in my life, so that's what we're doing. Anyway, so I get a message from this reporter. Her name is Sarah. She's really nice. I got to know her a little bit. Of course, you pour out your entire life story to someone, you kind of feel like, okay, a little bit of a connection here. And then she started asking me questions. I answered all the questions honestly. I did not go out of my way to like down talk anybody. I just was very transparent, very open, very honest. She wrote the story and it came out. I'll go ahead and leave the transcripts down in my bio or whatever that's called down there, so you guys can read it if you want to. I'll also leave a link to the newspaper and go show them some love. And I don't know, it's like a week or two ago, so it was months later, I got a message from my dad's wife, my biological father's wife. And it was very toxic. She got my dad's phone. She waited. It was like 3 a.m. when she messaged me, and it was just very mean. Like, you could tell her objective. She was embarrassed and she was trying her hardest to make me feel bad about myself and to justify what she had done in the past, and, basically just try to make me feel bad. It was very gaslighting. Actually, you know what? I'll post some screenshots for a second. You guys can pause them if you want to read them. Now, here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to turn the comment section into on my stepmom. We're not going to do that, because the thing about her is she does have a lot of redeeming qualities. She's not a fully bad person, and I'm not trying to make excuses for my abuser. She has done a lot of messed up stuff, and she has chosen to not get help, and she has chosen to be the person that she is, and I have chosen to go no contact for that reason. I don't care how many redeeming qualities you are. If you are abusive to me and you cannot follow my boundaries and you cannot respect me, being in my life is a privilege. It is not a right. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you're married to. I really don't. If you don't treat me with respect and you can't respect my boundaries, you don't get to be in my life, and you don't get to hurt me either, because if you're not in my life, guess whose opinion I don't value? Yours. That kind of stuff would have hurt me back in the day when I was like very insecure, but it just really makes me sad, and I almost feel bad for her, Because instead of taking the opportunity to be like, wow, I did those things, that was wrong, I can't believe I did that, as I do when my children call me out on things that I've done, because I've not always been a perfect mother, and I'm definitely not a perfect person. I've done a lot of wrong. She tries to blame me. She tries to switch the narrative to make it my fault and justify the actions like, oh, your clothes were dirty, you left your underwear on the floor. That's not true. She was mad because I wasn't folding and putting away my clean clothes as soon as I got them out of the dryer. That's what the issue was. However, even if they had been dirty, throwing a young girl, a child's clothes out a 2-story window is abuse, regardless of if they're clean or dirty. It is what it is. You know what else is abuse? Slamming cabinets and giving people the silent treatment and being aggressive, even if you're not hitting them or you're not physically abusing them. That is emotional and mental abuse. That is abusive behavior. It is what it is. And that is why I'm so big on communication in my home now. I really am, because I was raised and I was brought up around people who didn't always know how to effectively communicate. Again, I don't really feel like that makes them bad people, because they obviously learned that from somewhere and they think it's normal. They don't realize how toxic and abusive and damaging it actually is. Okay, how can I keep this about me and not because I don't want to turn this into bash hour on my stepmom, because deep in my heart, like I do care about her. Like I said, she's not 100% fully bad. She's just someone I can't have in my life. And unfortunately, because my dad can't keep her from taking his phone and also like blocking me. She's blocked me from his phone in the past. I don't get it. I don't understand how you can be jealous of someone's child and do that kind of stuff and try to sabotage a relationship. But it's weird. It's really weird. That's a whole can of worms I don't even want to get into. I only have an associate's degree in psychology. I feel like that's master's level shit. So, yeah. But I personally can't wait until my children tell their story. I really can't. And I know that I am not always going to be the good guy in it. I really know that, because I have messed up so much. I know that when they start telling their story, that's one more step they're taking towards healing and being healthy. And I honestly can't wait. And I'm going to be faced with a lot of things about myself that I don't want to see, because right now, like, I can see, but I've never seen it from their perspective. And I know I've harmed them, but I've never seen it from their perspective. And I really look forward to that opportunity for growth and that opportunity for me to know exactly how I affected them and what I'm apologizing for. I can't wait, because I want my kids to heal. I want them to be better. I am remorseful for the things I've done. And here's the thing. I'm not out for attention. I'm really not. If I was, making these videos wouldn't be so hard. Being in the limelight wouldn't be so hard. Keeping up with 20,000 Twitter followers wouldn't be so hard. Speaking out and being fully transparent, if I just wanted attention, it wouldn't be so hard. I am such an introvert, and when I get attention, I want to run. I want to hide. Hence the reason for the 6-month hiatus. I was like, I need a break. Life's too overwhelming, blah, blah, blah. I got insecure. That was it. I felt stupid and I got insecure, but I'm back now, because I've had so many people reach out to me and tell me, your videos really do help me. Please continue to be open. Your being open helps me to be open, which helps other people. And I feel like obligated almost in an odd type of way. And it helps me too. It helps me to get this out. It helps me to share my burden a little bit. That's what it does. And I don't blame anybody for my bad choices. I really don't. However, we are grown. We're born potatoes. Like, we're born, we don't know how to do anything. All we can do is cry, eat, and poop. That's it. And we start learning immediately. We learn to walk from watching other people walk. We learn to talk from listening to other people talk. We get accents by mimicking the people around us. That is what we do. We are social creatures. Humans are social creatures, and we're forever learning. We're forever picking up things from other people. So to say that abusive and toxic behaviors that were done to me and in front of me and around me, and that basically enveloped a lot of my formative years, my young, impressionable preteen and teenage brain, to say that those behaviors didn't affect me at all is a completely asinine statement. It is extremely foolish. It did affect me. I'm not blaming anybody though, but you can't just have a dad go to prison and have your mom completely struggle and be homeless as a child and not come out unscathed. You can't have somebody treat you less than and not value you and not effectively communicate to you and come out completely unscathed. I know a lot of people use that quote, blood is thicker than water, to basically like guilt trip and justify letting family abuse you and treat you poorly and keep them in your lives. And I just want to read this quote from a friend of mine. I'm looking it up on my phone. Her name's Katrina Bergfolk, and she's really awesome. It's a friend from college, and she says, next time you hear someone say blood is thicker than water, tell them to look up the actual quote. It's actually, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. This means the bonds we create are stronger than mere genetics. You get to decide who your family is. They don't get to decide you have to keep them in your life. This misquote has been used to promote toxic connections. Don't fall for it. That's the thing. I can forgive. I forgave my stepmom for all the toxic things years and years ago. I've forgiven my dad, even though he's never apologized for burning our house down when we were a child, and I've never once heard him be accountable for any of this stuff. At the same time, I'm not going to continue putting myself in situations for people to hurt me. I'm not going to let people tear me down because they're feeling insecure and embarrassed so they can feel better than me, so they can feel better about themselves. I'm not. And that's okay. I am allowed to do that. I don't need to rely on anybody. I have myself, I have my husband, I have his family, and I'm okay with that. Because if people around me and the people in my life can't hold themselves accountable and can't face the things that they have done, that is not on me. This is 2020, man. We are not protecting our abusers. We are calling out all the trauma. And if anybody has a problem with that, I don't care. I really don't. Just because you guys have decided to allow your life to be surrounded by toxicity and dysfunction and chaos all the time doesn't mean I have to. Just because you guys have decided that the people that have abused you in the past, that you're going to protect and not talk about it, doesn't mean that I have to do it. And I'm sorry, but if me speaking out about something you've done to me embarrasses you, that is a you problem. It really is. So I don't know. I guess I'm just done. Done with a lot of people in my life. I'm not going to apologize for telling the truth. I'm not going to apologize for telling my truth and telling my story. That's just not something I'm willing to do. Because you know what? Forgiveness is for me. And forgiveness doesn't mean, oh, you have to forgive that person and keep letting them in your life. Absolutely not. Forgiveness is for you. Like, I forgive these people for me, but if I continue to allow them in my life, knowing that they haven't made any lasting changes and knowing that they are going to continue to abuse me and tear me down at will, if I continue to allow that, whose fault is that? It's at a certain point, it's not their fault anymore because that's what they do and I allow it. And what you allow is what will continue. That's to snip, snip, cutting off toxic family. Like no love loss, really none, to be honest. Just love gain on my own part. I just love myself too much now. That being said, thank you guys for watching. I know a lot of you come from Twitter, and I really appreciate all the new subscribers I've got. I'm so close to getting monetized on here, and that would be awesome. I mean, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep telling my story. I'm going to keep sharing, regardless of if I get paid or not. But it really does make me feel super uncomfortable, and it would be nice to get some compensation for, like, throwing my entire life out in the open to however many people. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Also, if there's something you'd like to have me comment on or talk about, or just have any ideas or anything, go ahead and comment. I typically read comments, or hit me up on Twitter. I will leave actually all my socials down below. I am very active on Twitter. I'm like, active on Instagram. So I'm back. Thanks.